going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic Tuesday night. We got a late one tonight between the Phillies and the Giants. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game on here. So I appreciate all of you freaks for being able to tune in this late at night. I know that we're going to have a very late one, and it is a work day. So yeah, thank you all so much for sticking with us. Well, the Phillies are going to be facing the San Francisco Giants again. Yesterday was a tough day for them at the office. They ended up losing 8-4 defensively. They just did not look so good on the diamond either. Alec Bohm had 3 misplays. 2 of them were called errors. You had Whit Merrifield, who also made an error, 2 on a pop-up as well. And Taijuan Walker just did not have his best stuff yesterday at all whatsoever. But it is a new day in the books, and the Phillies are still looking to try to get another series win. And first, they got to tie it up. First, they got to tie up the series, and they need to just take care of business tonight. Zack Wheeler's on the bump, and he's going to be going up against Eric Miller, but it is foreseen to be a bullpen game, so Miller will probably only go maybe an inning or so, and then it is, according to Tom McCarthy and other people from Philly sources, Spencer Howard, former Philly pitcher, is going to be pitching in the second inning for Bob Melvin and the San Francisco Giants. So that is what's projected to happen, and we have to wait and see what goes on. But the Phillies are not going to have Alec Bohm out there today. That's like one of the most noticeable things about this lineup. And Rob said that it was not necessarily a punishment just based on yesterday. It's just a scheduled day off. So he will be coming off the bench today, and maybe a pinch hit possibility. So Wheeler is on the bump. Last time he faced the Giants, he ended up going 7 innings, and he had 11 strikeouts and looked really, really solid. He allowed 4 hits, 1 run. It wasn't even an earned run, and he only allowed 1 walk as well. So hopefully he has a good outing today. He's allowed 2 or fewer runs in each of his last 2 outings and in 4 out of his last 5. So you want him to try to just go out there on the bump and just give you a nice 7 strong innings. That would be really nice. But yes. All right, we're about ready to get things started. Let's go, baby! All right, so the Phillies lineup. It'll look just like this from 1 through 9. Schwarber, realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Stott, Sosa, Marsh, Clemens, and Rojas. So Clemens playing over at third base, batting in the 8th spot. And that's pretty much the difference. Schwarber is the DH. So again, just to repeat, it's Schwarber, realmuto, Harper, Casti, Stott, Sosa, Marsh, Clemens, and Rojas. So Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off. It is 62 degrees out in San Francisco. And the guy that's on the mound, well, his name is Eric Miller. In 2 starts this year, he has an 0-2 record. He's pitched in 24 2/3 of an inning. He's walked 14 batters and has 31 strikeouts, along with a 4.38 earned run average and a 1.18 whip as well. All right, what is up, everybody? Orioles Birdwatcher, how you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. You know, I saw you a little bit earlier, but I wanted to make sure that I came on and gave you all the love and the support. Please drop that link down below if you can. All right. Here we go. First pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So, Schwarber batting .236 with a .359 on-base percentage, 10 homers, and 33 RBI. And the 0-1 is taken outside for ball 1. Decided to go with a slider there. Giants are in their white and orange uniforms with the G over the left side of the chest. The 1-1. And that's popped up over towards the infield grass, and getting under it is the third baseman, Chapman, and he's there to make the catch. And there's 1 away. So, so the Giants are in their white and orange uniforms. They have orange sleeves on as well. The Golden Gate Bridge is over on the left side of the sleeve, and they got orange letters on the front and the back, and the numbers too. Phillies, meanwhile, they're in their gray tops and gray bottoms with the red letters on the front and the back and the numbers as well. And you have the white P on the helmets. First pitch is in there for a strike. JT is average at 287. He has 7 homers and 20 runs batted in. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed to make the count now 0-2. He's on a 16-game hitting streak as well. And he's behind in the count here. Miller gets set just at the belt, gets the signs from Patrick Bailey, his battery, and the pitch is up high for a ball. All right, so defensively for the Giants, of course, on the mound, you got Eric Miller, and then behind the plate, it's Patrick Bailey. In the infield from first to third, we'll get to that in just a few moments. But the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. It was a fastball at 98 miles per hour. And JT goes down swinging. All right, so in the infield for the Giants, over at first base, you got Brooks. That's Trenton Brooks. And then over at second, it's Thairo Estrada. Third, it's Chapman. Over at shortstop is Wisely. And then from left to right, it'll be Ramos, Mato, and also Yastrzemski as well. First pitch to Harper, and that's in there for a strike. I couldn't read my own handwriting for a second. That sucked. No balls. 1 strike to Bryce Harper. And the 0-1 is up high for a ball. Crew chief for tonight. Well, we got Rob Drake calling the balls and the strikes. Over at first, it's DJ Rayburn. At second, it's John Lipka. And the third base umpire is James Hoy. The 1-1 delivery is taken low and inside as well. JJ, the hat is on fleek. Always been my favorite Philly hat. Yeah, I had to go with it. You know what I mean? I love it. Harper batting .321 in the month of May with 7 homers and 23 RBI. And the 2-1 is swung on and missed. He's second in home runs in this month. And he's one of the top guys in RBIs, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, way upstairs. Didn't even show up on the strike zone. And the count is now full. 2 outs, bases empty. We're in the top of the first. Phillies taking on the Giants in this 3-game set. They lost yesterday by a score of 8-4 on Memorial Day. The payoff pitch, and that's sliced foul over towards the left field side, and it's going to go into the second deck. What a catch by that Giants fan. Oh, man. Harper with his white and blue batting gloves on. He's in the box, and the payoff pitch, and that's taken low. Good job by Harper to work on with a 2-out walk. And Castellanos is coming up to bat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Hello, everybody. Yes, sir. I like this red jersey. So the sun is shining out in San Francisco at the Bay Area. It's more over towards the right field side right now. It's currently 6:51 p.m. Eastern Time over there. And the pitch is taken inside to Nick Castellanos, who's hitting .198, just shy of the Mendoza line. Has 6 homers and 22 RBI. Harper at first, and the 1-0 swing and a miss. Good changeup thrown by Eric Miller. So Miller, over his last 7 days, he's gone 2 2/3. He's allowed 1 earned run, has 3 strikeouts and 4 hits. He's now 26 years old from St. Louis. And the 1-1, and that's low and inside for a ball. Almost got away from Bailey, but keeps it out in front of him, and it's a 2-1 count. Final score predictions. Don't forget to comment those down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. The 2-1 to Casti, swing and a miss. On deck for the Phillies, it's Bryson Stott, who's over at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the first. No score between the Phillies and the Giants. The 2-2 on the way. Shit. And check swing, did they go? They say no. The pitch was high. That's going to make the count full. Already a 5-pitch at bat so far. Miller with 19 pitches in this inning. Stott waits in the on-deck circle. And the payoff pitch from Miller. Swing and a miss. Boy, Castellanos got fooled on the changeup, heading towards the dirt. And the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 man left, 2 strikeouts for Eric Miller. We go to the bottom of the first. Giants are coming up to bat. And user 1 says 4-3 Phillies, hopefully. Yes, sir. If you are new to the channel, well, welcome on in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are live for every single or as many Phillies games, Sixers and Eagles games as we possibly can. We really try to be consistent on here. And yeah, we've been having a lot of fun doing this. We've been doing this ever since December of 2022. And we've been grinding on here. I'm a former broadcaster. Well, I'm sorry. I went to school for broadcasting, and I graduated from Rowan University back in 2022, and I called games. I was really fortunate. I got to call games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who were the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. I was in a rotation of broadcasters, and I also did games for the Delaware Bluecoats as well, who were the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. And because we were tied up with their because we had a deal, our radio station had a deal with them, we were able to just be fortunate and get some experience that way. So then I interned at NFL Films in the fall of 2022. And while I was there, I loved it, but I also just missed putting these things on. Because if you can't see, if you're on an audio platform, my headphones, that's what I was pointing to. But I miss putting the headsets on. And so Scott Fransky, who's the radio play-by-play announcer for the Phillies, came to a Rowan networking event. And I decided, to talk to him. And he said, you got to get reps. With all due respect, you got to get reps. You got to do this every single day if this is what you want to do. And here I am, and this has made a maniac out of me. All right, we're in the bottom of the first. Back to our regularly scheduled baseball program. And the pitch, and that's lined foul to Matos. We were on the bump. So the line for the Giants, it's Matos batting leadoff, Yastrzemski batting second, Estrada third. And the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out over towards left field, and it bounces off the top of the foul pole. They call it a foul ball. It was hit out over towards left field, and it just bounced off it was off the side of the wall, and then it just landed in towards the netting. So it was a foul ball. The 0-2, and that's fouled away. So Matos, Yastrzemski, Estrada, Chapman, Bailey, Soler, Wisely, Ramos, and Brooks. That is the lineup for the San Francisco Giants. The ball's 2 strikes. Zack Wheeler on the bump, and the 0-2, and that misses low. Matos batting .270 on the season so far. There's a bright future ahead of him. 22 years old. And the 1-2, and that's poked foul over towards the third base side. He's from Venezuela. He's 5'11" and weighs 160 pounds. Hitting .270 with 2 long balls, 19 runs driven in, and a .705 on base plus slugging percentage. We were on the bump. 5 pitches in this at-bat so far. And time is called by Matos. So he wants to regather himself. Yastrzemski does wait in the on-deck circle. Matos in yesterday's game went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Had 2 singles. The 1-2 pitch. And that swung on and missed, but it gets away from JT. And the throw over to first is in time. Boy, he had to go over towards the left side of the Phillies dugout. and made a really good throw over to first base to get Matos out. And there's one away. Wheeler, in 11 starts, has a 6-3 record, a 2.53 earned run average, 76 strikeouts, in 67 innings of work. And the pitch to Yaz, who's batting on the left side. He takes it wide for ball one. Does have 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. The 1-0 on the way. Painted perfectly on the outside corner at 98 miles per hour. Phillies again in the gray tops, gray bottoms with the red letters and numbers on both the front and the back. And the 1-1 is taken outside for ball 2. Phillies have the white P on the top of the cap. It's red. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup and the delivery. High again. This time it's for ball 3. Yaz ended up going 1 for 3 with 2 runs and 2 RBI. And the pitch is fouled off. He had a 2-run double to put the Giants up 2-0 off of Taijuan Walker back in the bottom of the second. They would then get another run on an RBI single by Wisely. It was actually hit back over towards the mound, and Walker couldn't play it on a hop, and it got by him, and that's how he was able to get the RBI single. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch low, and Yaz draws a 1-out walk. Comes Thairo Estrada to the plate. So Wheeler has a 4-seamer, a sinker, a sweeper, a cutter, a splitter, and a curveball. The cutter, the splitter, and the curveball, he's been utilizing those pitches about 27% of the time. The 4-seamer, that comes in at 95 miles per hour, along with the sinker as well. But those off-speed pitches that he has are just so deceiving. The pitch, and that is swung on and missed. They tried to check his swing to see if he'd go, and DJ Rayburn confirmed that Estrada did. The ball's 1 strike. We got 1 out in the bottom of the first, and the next pitch good. Stopped by JT. It was down and away. Estrada's average at 238. Does have 8 homers and 31 RBI this year so far in the matter of 54 games. The 1-1 delivery, and that swung on and missed. So the Phillies, defensively, JT's behind the plate. Wheeler's on the bump. And from first to third, the Phillies have Harper, Stott, and then you got Sosa over at short and Clemens over at third. The 1-2 delivery, good take by Estrada as he lays off the breaking pitch. Out in left, it's Brandon Marsh. In center, it's Yohan Rojas. And out in right field, it's Nick Castellanos. Those are 7, 8, and 9. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A runner over at first. We're in the bottom of the first. 1 out, and the 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called at the knees. And there's 2 outs on 2 strikeouts by Zack Wheeler. What a nice pitch thrown by Zack. He's so far in the zone. And he gets his first backward strikeout of the day. A strikeout looking to Thairo Estrada. And Matt Chapman is the next customer. And the pitch. It's at 96 at the knees for strike 1. Oh boy. Mr. Man Created God is here. Jackie's here. Joseph's recap is here. What's going on, yo? The ball's 1 strike. And the next pitch, grounder, diving, stop by Clemens. The flip over the second, just in time. It's a 5-4 fielder's choice, and that ends the inning. A bang-bang play by Cody. Alec Bohm has the night off, and Clemens able to come through, and the inning comes to an end. We go to the top of the second, no runs, 1 man left, and the Phillies are coming up to bat in just a few moments. It was nice. Props to you, JJ, for going after your dream. Thank you. Thank you, man. We're trying. Got to go down swinging. If you're going to go down, you got to go down swinging. If Casty goes down to the Iron Pigs, will he ever make it back up? I don't think he has any options, my guy. And why would he go to the Iron Pigs? Why? Rob's not going to do that. What's going on, Tony? Tony's here. What's up, Larry? What is good? Joseph's recap says Mets are about to be swept in their doubleheader. Yes, sir. Hi, JJ. Listening to you at work, says Adam. Adam, what's going on, man? Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. I would really appreciate that. You know, we do a lot of Phillies games on here. We also do a lot of Sixers and Eagles games on here, too. And we try to give you the best radio play-by-play quality, on YouTube, because this is how digital media is going to be consumed in the future, along with the conversations that we're having on here. And it's really awesome, I'm sort of doing my work, and I'm interacting with you guys. And you guys are either just tuning in, like it's a radio call, and you're just, joining the community. So it's awesome stuff. You need to say no Diddy. I don't make the rules. These are the times that we live in. It was a bang bang play. It sounds weird when you say no Diddy. It sounds a little bit cringy. Comes Bryson Stott to the plate, and the pitch is just taken outside, but it's a called strike at the knees by Rob Drake. And Taylor Rogers is going to come on in. So we were expecting Spencer Howard to come in for the second inning. And the 0-1 is popped foul over towards the left field side, and that's going to find the seats. Taylor Rogers has pitched in 22 games this year. He has a 1-2 record, 24 strikeouts in just less than 20 innings. And the 0-2 is upstairs. Eric Miller got the start for the first inning. And it's Taylor Rogers who's in there for the Giants. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. And the pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3. And Rogers able to get a strikeout. That's the third strikeout on the day for the Giants pitching staff. It is cringe. Both Eastwood and 500. Philly 500. I have to check out Philly 500. They do it, unfortunately. Mundo Sosa comes up to bat for the Phils, and he takes a strike over at the knees on the inside corner. Mundo Sosa tied for first in triples. He's had 2 triples over the last 3 games coming into today. The pitch. Outside for a ball. That is creepy. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rogers kicks, delivers the pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop. Beautiful play, and the throw over to first across the diamond will get Sosa out. So 5 of the 6 batters that have come up to the plate for the Phillies have been retired so far. Good play by Wisely over at shortstop. And Brandon Marsh is up next, the left fielder for the Phillies. Rogers comes set just at the letters. Kicks, fires, and it's in there for a strike. Marsh tried to check his swing, but it was in there for a strike anyways. Blake Snell yesterday for the Giants ended up going 4 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, and he had 7 strikeouts. The next pitch is outside for a ball. It was interesting because I was listening to Scott Fransky, and I was listening to the WIP call, and Kevin Stocker was there too, of course, as the 1-1 is outside and low. And they brought up that Blake Snell is only a 1-time All-Star, but he's won the Cy Young twice. And he did it in both the American and the National League. The 2-1 ground ball back over to the mound, deflected off the glove of Rogers, and the throw over to first by Chapman. What a play! Oh my gosh, he just got Marsh out. That was a cannon of a throw by Matt Chapman. That's something that you're probably not going to see on an everyday basis. Deflected off the glove of Taylor Rogers, and Matt Chapman there to the rescue, able to make a beautiful throw over to first. And Marsh was out. A 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. Hopefully you're all doing well. We got 127 people tuning in on this Tuesday night. We do. It's wild stuff. It's crazy things. I'm betting money on the Phillies for getting the hit today. Phillies lose 5-1, says Kevin D. Well, Kevin, no, I'm kidding. I was going to play the boo, but nah, welcome on in, Kevin. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget there's a thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. I don't see Larry on. Well, Larry was here. Larry was here, and I can prove that to you because he did say hi. Where is it? I overscrolled it. Oh, boy. Where is it? There it is. There he is. He's right there. You gotta scroll up. I beat you to the punch. There you go. Larry's here. Even Larry says that he's here. What's up, David? How you doing, man? What's up, guys? What are your final score predictions for those of you that are just tuning in that haven't had the chance to recite what you have to say about this game? Hey, to be fair, that was a nice play. It was a very nice play. How about Anthony Volpe? According to Sarah Langs, he is like one of the longest hitting streaks at the age of 23 or younger in Yankees history. So he's now on a 20-game hitting streak. Joe DiMaggio at the age of 20, the 21-game hitting streak. Is that right? Longest hitting streak at the age of 23 or younger. See, I'm looking at the age, and now it gets a little confusing. I think DiMaggio had a 21-game hitting streak, and he also had a 22-game hitting streak during the same season. Wow. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count to Patrick Bailey, batting on the left side. The switch-hitting catcher takes the next pitch inside for ball 2. That's weird. Joe DiMaggio, from July 23rd to August 12th of 1937, had a 21-game hitting streak. And then from June 27th to July 21st, DiMaggio had a 22-game hitting streak. How does that make sense? The 2-1, and that's fouled away. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler on the bump, and the pitch is low for ball 3. Jorge Soler waits in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, delivers, and that's fouled away. Former Phillies prospect, who was traded for David Robertson to the Chicago Cubs back a couple of years ago, Ben Brown, was making the 6th Major League start tonight. He had 10 strikeouts and a no-hitter through 7 innings. The 3-2, and that's fouled off. And that was the last time I checked. It's currently 1-0 in the bottom of the 9th. The Cubs are playing the Brewers, and the Brewers are up to bat for their final time. He did not pitch the 8th inning. 3-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. Wisniewski is the one that gave up the hit in the 8th inning. He had 2 strikeouts, but he allowed the 1 hit. The payoff pitch to Patrick Bailey, and that's inside and low for ball 4. And Wheeler walks Bailey. That's the 2nd walk allowed today by Zack Wheeler. I'm counting on ignoring the Eagles this fall. Well, that's going to be tough. Good luck with that. Got a runner over at first, and Jorge Soler up to bat. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Larry says the day after snapping his 56-game hitting streak, DiMaggio started a streak that lasted 19 games or something like that. Yeah, I saw that. I think it was 19. And the 0-1 is taken at the knees for strike 2. Soler was a pickup by the Giants during the offseason. He's hitting .212. Has 6 homers, 15 runs batted in. Wheeler gets set just at the letters. The ball's 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swinging a grounder, hit over to third. The flip over the second, there's 1. The throw to first, 2. A double play. 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. And now it's Wisely's turn to come on up to the plate. An around the horn double play, all started by Cody Clemens. All the way to Stott, and then to Harper. Brett Wisely knocked in his 5th RBI of the season yesterday. The pitch is inside for a ball. There's Spencer Howard warming up in the Giants bullpen. T-Mac said that he expected them to pitch in the second. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Wow. That fastball was right down the hatch, and Wisely could not catch up to it. Batting on the left side. Bat hanging down above the shoulder. The pitch, and that's fouled off over towards the third base side, and a basket catch made by a fan. Ended up going 2 for 4 yesterday, Wisely against the Phillies with a double and 2 RBI. So it was his 5th and 6th RBI that he was able to knock in. The 1-2, wide for a ball. Bob Melvin wearing his sunglasses in his first season as the Giants manager. The 2-2 on the way, and that's a sweeper in the dirt. Melvin, of course, was a manager for the San Diego Padres. Phillies faced him in the NLCS back in 2022. Payoff pitch, and that's fouled in and out of the glove of JT. Melvin now 62 years old. 2 outs, base is empty. We're in the bottom of the second, no score between the Phillies and the Giants. Wisely at the plate, Wheeler on the mound, and the payoff pitch popped up and hit over towards the third base side in foul ground. Clemens gets called off by Sosa, and he makes the catch. Edmundo Sosa just made the catch over towards the left field line. He had to call off Marsh and Clemens and was there in the nick of time to make the catch. And the side is retired. We've played 2 so far and go to the top of the third. No score between the Phillies and the Giants. Odyssey has the game blacked out in Philly. Well, guess what? We don't have blackouts on here, so it's not a problem for us. Welcome on in. What's up, Fish and Bomb? How you doing, man? All right, pop out to left. We got 150 people tuning in. I want to see 150 likes in the chat. Mod Squad and Now Go Gang, do your thing. Especially on this Tuesday night. It's a very late one for the Phillies. And then tomorrow they wrap up their 3-game set against the Giants. And that series finale start time will be at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The Brewers just tied it. It was 1-0 in the bottom of the 9th. Ben Brown, former Phillies prospect, who was pitching in his 7th game of the season, went 7 innings, didn't allow a hit, and he had 10 strikeouts. And Hector Neris, former Philly, out of all people, blew the save. Full circle. Am I right? It's unbelievable. It's in the top of the 10th now. Willie Adames was able to get an RBI single, and he was actually out stretching a single into a double. Isn't that something? I think that's pretty unbelievable. Clemens is up to bat for the Phillies as we head to the top of the third. And the pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Cody hitting .286. He has 3 homers and 10 RBI. The 1-0 on the way. Line drive. Hit out over towards left field. On the run to make the catch over towards the line is Heli Ramos. There's one out. I can't believe that a former Phillies pitching prospect had a no-hitter. And he didn't get the win because a former Phillies closer blew it. That's unbelievable. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. They look a little bit high, the Yohan Rojas, but it's bound in the count 0-1. Was it hit hard? I don't know. I don't have the replay on me. Oh, wait. Are we talking about Cody Clemens' line drive out to left field? Or are we talking about Willie Adames' base hit to tie the game? You got to be specific. The ball is 1 strike. Rogers gets set at the letters, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Well, Yohan batting .224. He has 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. And the 1-1 on the way is swung on and missed. It was hit hard, my guy. Rogers still on the bump for the Giants. And the 1-2 misses inside for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Yohan. Grounder, hit over to short. Gobbled up, and the throw across the diamond is a strike, and there's 2 away. Phillies are still looking for their first hit today. And we go back to the top of the order. I was talking about Bob Melvin a little bit before. Mentioned that he's 62 years old. He's the Giants manager. Schwarber's up to bat. Then he takes the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. As a player, he actually lasted for 9 years. He played with the Tigers, the Giants, the Orioles, the Royals, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the White Sox. The 0-1 line drive. Hit out to center field for a base hit, and Kyle Schwarber breaks the ice and gets a 2-out single in the top of the third for the Phillies. As a manager, Bob Melvin spent 1 year with the Mariners, 4 years with the Diamondbacks, 10 years with Oakland. He was the manager with them from 2011 to 2021. 2 years with the Padres, and he's in his first year with the Giants. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. JT up to bat. He struck out in the first inning. The 1-0 on the way, and that's ripped foul over towards the left field side. Melvin is also a 3-time manager of the year and a World Series champion back in 2001. That was as a coach with the Diamondbacks. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch by Rogers, and that's in there for a strike on the mid-tier of the zone. His 23 pitches in these 1 2/3 of an inning that he's gone so far. The 1-2. High. Eric Miller pitched the first inning for the Giants. It's been all Rodgers since then. 2 outs. A runner at first in the top of the third, and the 2-2 on the way, and that's way up high and inside once again for ball 3. Boy, oh boy, did JT try to get out of the way of that. That nearly hit him. He didn't really try to get out of the way, but the point being is that it was almost close to hitting him. Harper, who walked his last time up, is up next. Sun's still shining out at Oracle Park. The 3-2 on the way, and that's taken for a called strike 3 right down the middle of the plate. And JT goes down looking, and that's the end of the inning. No runs, 1 man left on the single by Kyle Schwarber. We head to the bottom of the third out in the bay. All right. Why was there an early pitching change for the Giants? It's a bullpen game. 167 people that are tuning in, which means 167 of you should be hitting that thumbs up button and hitting that subscribe button as well. That's what y'all should be doing. Appreciate you for all being here and for making time out of your night to come on. 3:45 start tomorrow. Yep, I said that. Yep, 3:45 start tomorrow. So weird schedule. 5:05 to 9:45 to 3:45. Then they're off and come back to Philadelphia to play against the St. Louis Cardinals over the weekend. They actually play on Sunday Night Baseball, so we'll be doing that game. I won't be able to do Saturday's game. I'm actually going to my very first baby shower, so that'll be interesting. Out of town, so I will not be on Saturday. We'll be on Friday night and Sunday night. You're telling me it will be 3:45 a.m. alarm set. Well, yeah, what time is it going to be for you? It's 3:45 p.m. Eastern time, so are you 12 hours ahead or 12 hours behind? Or, yeah, I don't know. I get confused with all the time zones. 1 hit in this game so far in just 2.5 innings. And Wheeler will take the hill once again for the fightins. Up in the order, it's the bottom 2 for the Giants and the top of the order coming up. So Heli Ramos is in the box, batting .288. Does have 2 homers and 12 RBI. Wheeler gets set just at the high part of the letters, winds up and fires a ball that misses inside. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 is taken downstairs for ball 2 to Ramos. So far, 40 pitches for Zack. 16 have been balls and 24 have been strikes. The next pitch is chopped foul. Two balls, 1 strike in the bottom of the third. The pitch, and Drake calls that one a strike. Came in at 93. It was a sinker. Wheeler with his black leather glove with the red straps as he gets set and throws the 2-2. And Ramos says no thank you as he lays off a off-speed pitch. Trenton Brooks is up next, the first baseman for the Giants. And the 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Ooh, what a pitch thrown by Zack Wheeler. He went high and inside, and records his third strikeout of the evening. So he has struck out Matos, Estrada, and Ramos. Wheeler gets set again, and the pitch is inside but chopped foul. Brooks is a left-handed hitter. He's making his major league debut tonight. He hit .308 with 4 homers and 18 RBIs with Sacramento, which is the Giants' AAA team. The 0-1 delivery, and that's taken for a ball. Missed outside and low. He's 28 years old from Alpine, California, and was a 17th round pick back in 2016 by, at the time they were called the Cleveland Indians. The 1-1 delivery, that's a high strike on the outside corner. Looked a little bit outside. But regardless, it's a 1-2 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wheeler. And Brooks goes down on strikes. He was actually traded to the Giants for Sean Newcomb back on August 21st of 2023. Back to the top of the order we go. The pitch to Matos, and that's taken for a ball. He struck out in the first. Adding in the leadoff spot, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike on the top tier of the zone at 96. He was the 512th overall selection. The 1-1, and that's low for ball 2. It's a long draft. It really is. Baseball has a very long draft, but you can understand why. 2-1 on the way, and that ball smoked out to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is a foul ball. Barely. Wheeler just dodged a bullet there. See, again, it was heading towards the Oracle Electronics, or the Super Duper sign over the Alaska Airlines part of the left field wall, but that was foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. No score between the Phillies and the Giants. The 2-2 on the way. Good splitter thrown by Wheeler, but it's taken low. Matos was not going to get fooled. Yaz waits in the on-deck circle. We were looking to get out of this inning once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch, swinging a grounder, hit over to third. It is a foul ball. Thank goodness. Excuse me. See that again. Just hit the left side of the chalk. Yep. And then just rolled out of play before it even touched the bag. There's Spencer Howard warming up in the Giants bullpen, and he will most likely, I assume, pitch the 4th inning. We have 2 outs. Nobody on base in the bottom of the 3rd. Time is called as Matos takes a step out of the box. And I think he wanted to get a new bat or something. Couldn't tell. Looks like his new one has a green strap on it. He's back in the box. The payoff pitch on the way. And we'll do it again as it's fouled behind the first base dugout. Oracle Park Well, first opened on April 11th of 2000. Holds 41,331. And the 3-2 is fouled off once again. Over towards the left field line, it's 339 feet. It's 354 over towards left field. Left center is 399 feet. Dead center is 391. The 3-2 on the way, and that was taken outside, but it's a called strike 3. And Matos does not agree with the call, but he's going to walk back over towards the dugout, and Zack Wheeler will absolutely take that. 5 strikeouts for Zack, and he strikes out the side to end the 3rd inning. We go to the top of the 4th. It's scoreless out in San Francisco. Wow. So, yeah, right center field, that's the deepest part of the ballpark. That's 415 feet. And it's about 20 feet high as well. Right field is just 24 feet high, but it's 365 feet. Even as a Phillies fan, that was not a strike. Well, it was called a strike, but yes. I still love that old clip where a dude smacks one that grabbed his hot dog, or that grabbed his dog, and it just stands there like this weak little ape thing just threw them down. Kills me every time. Richard says, just wish we were able to get Eagles and Phillies game live on TV, but they don't come here, so I YouTube it. Only get Sixers games when national games are on. Well, maybe it's a blessing, you know? Maybe it's a blessing that you're on here because you're a part of a community, and whether or not you see it, I think that this is going to take off. I really do. I think that this really is going to be how we consume the live sporting events. Having a community and talking to people. And I think that that's going to, in some ways, replace radio. I do. Or maybe it's going to become another alternate option, but I don't know who's going to fund it. But I do see that being the future. And I think it's cool this way. You know? Just to give you the option to be able to talk to a community of people. The pitch, and that's fouled off as the game is on. Harper up to bat. And the 0-1 is hit foul over towards the left field side, and there to make the grab is Heliot Ramos. So Spencer Howard in the ball game for the Giants. This season with Sacramento, well, he pitched in 10 games. He had a 1-2 record of 5.9 ERA in 39 innings. And he also had 56 strikeouts. Former Philly Spencer Howard. 1 out, bases empty, and the pitch is low and outside to Nick Castellanos. I mentioned this before, but I wanted to make sure that we gave an update. So the Cubs lead it now 6-1 in extra innings. The 1-0 on the way, and that's hit off the end of the bat, hit out over towards center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So a blooper by Nick Castellanos. And he's over at first, and he celebrates as he gets the 1-out single. So the Cubs now lead it 6-1 in the top of the 10th. Not too long ago, the Cubs had a 1-0 lead. Ben Brown, the former Phillies prospect, was on the mound. He went 7 innings. He had 10 strikeouts. He had a no-hitter in those 7 innings, and he was pulled after 93 pitches, and he allowed 2 walks. It was a 1-0 game. The Brewers tied it in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, and the save was blown by Hector Neris, a former Philly. But now the Cubs lead at 6-1, and they're in the bottom of the 10th. Stotts up at the plate. It was 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is low for ball 2. That's exactly what it is. It's just a conversation, you know? That's all it is. 2-0 pitch in the air. Hit out over towards left center field. And on the run to make the catch is the center fielder, Matos, up over towards the alleyway. And Stott is out. Casty's still over at first base. And up next in the order, it's Edmundo Sosa. What would you like for Kimbrel? I don't want Kimbrel back. Here comes Sosa and the pitch. Line drive, hit out over the left field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. So stopping over at second is Castellanos, and the Phillies have something cooking here in the top of the fourth. Edmundo Sosa just continues to be a hitting machine for the fightins. Got one right down the middle and just took it in stride and pulled it out to left field. Was able to get on base. Wow. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. And while the 28-year-old has now had a hit in 6 out of his last 7 games. Here comes Brandon Marsh, and the pitch is taken for a ball. His average now is at .316 coming into today. The 1-0 pitch, and that was taken outside, but Drake calls that a strike again. It was clearly not a strike. 2 on, 2 out in the top of the fourth. The count is tied up at 1 apiece to Marsh. Howard gets set and delivers, and it's in there for a strike. Marsh is hitting .333 with runners in scoring position this year. Has 2 homers, 18 RBI, and 10 strikeouts in that scenario. The pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. The Guardians were on a 9-game winning streak. The Rockies beat them yesterday by a score of 8-6, and the game is now tied. Today's game, it's 7-7. The 2-2 ripped foul over towards the left field line. Rockies actually had a 7-4 lead, and the Rockies just tied it back in the bottom of the 6th. They've scored 3 runs so far in that inning. 2-2 pitch, and that's upstairs and inside as well, and the count is now full. Well, Luis Arias is also facing his former ball club. The Marlins are in town, out in San Diego, and they trail 2-0. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a high cheese fastball, and Marsh strikes out, and Spencer Howard gets out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left, and we're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the fourth. The Giants are coming back up to bat as well. Got a buzzer beater alert out in the NBA too. Wow. Orioles Birdwatcher, I appreciate you so much for coming on here, man. I really do. You know, I love your content, and I'm being really, really honest. You know, there's not a lot of people that do what we do on here, and with the way that you are with your listeners and with the people that follow you, that's really been very touching. And you know, I've been watching you for a little bit, so it means it's a big compliment and a honor that you're here. So thank you. Please drop your link down below for sure. Hey, we are colleagues, my friend. Just feel bad. I only just found your channel. I only just found my way to your channel. But dude, like that's how it goes. This is how you network. You know what I mean? You're the best YouTuber. Thank you, man. Fun stat, our hitters have had, what did you say? Our hitters have some of the worst chase rates in the majors. But you know what's funny about that? Trey Turner had the worst chase rate in the majors last year. And before he went down, he had like one of the best chase rates, and now it's the Phillies who have the worst, like as a team. I think that's kind of funny. I will send people your way after games. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Guys, please make sure that you go follow Orioles Birdwatcher. What I'll do, here, man, I'm going to make you I think I just realized, I got you. I'm so sorry. I got you, man. I got you. We're going to help a brother out. Because that's what we do on here. Brothers and sisters, we help everybody out. There's a Yaz, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. He walked in the first. He's hitting .223 this year. The ball is one strike. Wheeler out there for his fourth inning of work, and the pitch is fouled off. There you go. Made you into a mod. Let me know if you got it. There we go. There we go. Welcome on in, man. The 0-2 upstairs. So Zack Wheeler, in case you forgot, he was drafted by the Giants back in 2009. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch upstairs for a ball. He was the 6th overall pick and then was traded by the Giants to the Mets in 2011 to get Carlos Beltran. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. The 6th strikeout on the day for Zack Wheeler. And Yaz goes down swinging. So how about 4 strikeouts in a row by Wheeler? And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes Estrada to the plate, and he laces this one out over towards left center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit, heading towards the alleyway, and Rojas does cut it off. So Estrada just gets a single out of it with Rojas' speed. And he breaks the ice. It was a 4 consecutive strikeout streak for Zack Wheeler. And Estrada able to get a hit there. Don't you have a yellow mod color for your Orioles? Yeah, man. All right, 1 gone in the bottom of the 4th, the pitch. And that's right down Broad Street for a strike. Chapman could not catch up to the heater. His average at .234. He's tied for first on the team in homers with 8. And the 0-1 is fouled away. And the guy that's tied with him is over at first base. So that's Thairo Estrada. He's also second on the team in RBI with 27. Estrada's beating him in that category. But hey, he is beating Estrada in doubles. So he has something going for him there. And he's also just 1 hit behind him. The 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. So he has him and Estrada are probably gonna try to go at it and see who finishes on top. The ball's 2 strikes. In the 0-2, there's a grounder hit over to third. Clemens throws it on the run over to first. The throw was high, but Harper, he had to catch it, and I thought that he tagged the bag, but beating it out is Matt Chapman. And the Phillies may I don't know if they're going to review this or not to see if Chapman did beat it out. It was a good try, though, by Cody Clemens. He had to play it on a bounce, throw on the run over towards home plate. The throw was just a little bit high. Oh, yeah, he beat it out. And Harper's foot came off the bag as he had to jump up to make the catch on the toss over at third. It was more of a laser, I would say, by Cody Clemens. And now Patrick Bailey's coming up to bat. It was a good try. They call it an infield single for now. The pitch to Patrick Bailey is low and down. Or down and inside, I should say. He's batting on the left side, walked in the second. Does have a .308 average. We were in a little bit of a jam. The 1-0 is chopped foul. Wheeler in 112 career starts for the Phillies coming into today had a 3.01 ERA. This is currently his 229th game that he has pitched in. One ball and one strike in the pitch. Now will be skied out over towards left field. Marsh doesn't even have to flinch. He'll take about maybe 2 steps over towards his left. And he catches the can of corn for out number 2. Everybody stays put. That NBA game has that 20 seconds off the clock for the past 10 minutes. Now I remember why I don't watch it much. Yep. I have to, there's nothing, yeah. Do you have that one too, my guy? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Hey, man, we should collab sometime, you know? Here comes Jorge Soler, the pitch. Grounder hit over to third. Clemens gobbles it up, throws across the diamond, and it's in time for out number 3. So Zack Wheeler leaves 2 guys on, just like Spencer Howard did in the last inning, but the Phillies are able to get out of it unscathed. And we head to the top of the 5th, 4 full innings, and nobody has blinked once. Good. Yeah, let me get back to your comment, what you just said, my guy. JJ, I have to repay a compliment. I'm impressed with your ability to have interesting stats at your fingertips all the time. I need to do that more. Well, you know, part of it is that I'll tell you, the one thing that helps is Twitter. And it's hard because sometimes it can get really addicting and you get a lot of notifications that way. But I also rely on the chat too, you know, for other certain things. Or I'll listen to something that was said the night before and I make sure that I cite somebody. Tonight, I kind of wanted to do that a little bit more. Sometimes I've noticed, and this is no disrespect to anybody, I love talking to you all, but sometimes I don't give as many stats. And I have to remember that my audience, most of my people that are tuning in on here, are not even close to their phones. I have to remember that. So there's a balance, right? And that's how it goes, and you're always going to... I hate the word balance. I really do. I really don't like that, but there was no other term or phrase that I could come up with on the spot right there. But yeah, part of it is that I like to have monitors up, and I like to have things set, and I'm always learning something. And sometimes my stats aren't correct, but I acknowledge when I'm wrong. But it's fun, you know? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We got 178 people tuning in on here as watching. I tried to treat it as much as old-time radio, but with a modern touch. That's how I do it, man. I think it's sick. Here comes Cody Clemens, and he takes a strike on the outside edge of the plate at 95 miles per hour. Cody wearing his white and red batting gloves, with the red part on the fingertips, playing over at third today for Bohm. And the 0-1 is skied over towards the third base side. Chapman gets underneath it, and will be there to squeeze it for out number 1. Spencer Howard with 17 pitches. He's the 3rd pitcher used today by the Giants. Eric Miller got the start. Then we're going to go to a bullpen game. Then it was Taylor Rogers who came on in relief after that. Now it's Howard. Rojas up to bat. And Rojas was pointing to something that was out in center field and took a step out of the box. I don't know if something distracted him or what. But the umpire, Rob Drake, says play on. And not showing if there was anything out in center field or what it was. The leg kick and the pitch thrown by Howard. In the pitch, line drive into center field, and that's going to drop in there for a single. And Yohan Rojas able to get 2 hits in 2 games for the Phils, and he's aboard over at first base. You had Mason Black on the picture for the game, thought that he was going to pitch. Yeah, well, they didn't announce it till earlier this afternoon, and I didn't have time to change the thumbnail, so I apologize about that. I do. Because he was supposed to pitch, and then it was undecided, and they didn't announce today till like 3 o'clock in the afternoon that he was going to pitch. So comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate, and the pitch is swung on and missed. He did single back in the third inning. The 0-1 delivery, and that's taken on the outside corner for a strike. And Rob Drake's been calling it a strike all day today, and it is not a strike. Rojas does lead off over at first base. It's the other thing, too, is that you have to watch that you don't get tongue-tied. And when you look at the chat and when you look at the screen and you have all these monitors, it's a lot to look at, and it's so easy to just lose your place. Throw back to first. Not in time. It was actually pretty wide off the bag, but Brooks did a good job at going over towards his left side to make the grab. Schwarber up to bat, and the 0-2 is up high and outside for ball one. And Rojas stays over at first. Schwarber had the longest drought of not hitting a home run for the Phillies until yesterday. He finally broke that. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and there's strike three. The throw over the second to get Rojas in time, so a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. What a throw by Patrick Bailey. He threw a strike over to second base, and it was a great swipe as well by Wisely. All right, so a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning, and we head to the bottom of the fifth, still scoreless in San Francisco. See, now I kind of forget how I forgot how the fourth inning ended. All right. Well, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, and that way you'll know when I go live, baby. By the way, next time you pop in, JJ, mention me, and I will mod you up too. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Please, drop your link once again down below, my guy. I want you to be able to get more people from our community too, because that's what we do, man. We're here to help each other out. It's not just, there's no I in team. Yes, there is an I in win, as Michael Jordan would say, but I think that with all of us on here that are up and coming, I want us all to succeed. I do. Bro, who was in their review team? He was clearly safe. I don't know. Why aren't they reviewing that? I don't know. Why don't you ask them? I'm kidding. I think I might miss Angel. Always kept things interesting, says Chris. Oh, hey, I was at the game last year where he did toss Bryce. That was the day after the Phillies clinched. I was there for that. Beautiful times, man. There you go. Please make sure that you go subscribe to my guy, Orioles Birdwatcher. Does an awesome job. All right. And don't forget to like and hit the thumbs up button on here. Head out to the bottom of the fifth inning. Zack Wheeler with 71 pitches. Sorry, the screen froze for a second. The pitch, and that's over on the outside corner for a strike. They look a little bit off the plate. Wisely at the dish. The 0-1 is bounced foul. Wisely, Ramos, and Brooks due up in the order for the Giants. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Wheeler decided to go with a splitter. And good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Wisely. Pretty impressive with what he's been able to do Now it's Heliot Ramos. I'm sorry to spam, but how is that NBA game still in the last minute? It's not. The pitch, and that's fouled off. I use this thing. It's called scoreboardsbot.com. Okay, another content creator told me about it. And, you give them a lot of support because they do a really great job. They have a ticker, and I like the tickers. The ball's 1 strike, and the pitch to Ramos is swung on and missed. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler gets set just at the low part of the letters, and the 0-2 is upstairs. But anyhow, lately with their ticker for the NBA on the scoreboardsbot.com app, it's been really weird in the fourth quarters, and I can't understand why. And the 1-2 is low and outside for ball 2. But hey, we don't have to worry about that problem tomorrow, because there is no NBA game tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler communicates with JT as he gets set just above the letters, winds up and fires the 2-2, and that misses inside. It was an 0-2 count, and now the count is full to Heliot Ramos, the 24-year-old from Puerto Rico, who's 5'11". 3-2 pitch on the way, and that swung on hit over towards the first base side. Harper has it, flips it underhanded over to Wheeler, who covers the bag and is able to get there to record the second out of the inning. And now there's 2 outs. And Trenton Brooks is going to come on up to the dish. Dr. MP, the MVP, just like all of y'all, are all here. What's up, Dr. MP? How you doing? JJ doing a great job, like always. Let's go, Phils! Let's get some runs on the board, man. All right, so Brooks batting on the left side, making his major league debut today for the Giants. He's 0 for 1, and he takes the first pitch, and he's behind in the count, 0-1. There's his family out there watching him make his major league debut. And the 0-1 is up high for a ball. And that's his brother. And I see his mom and his dad. His dad's wearing a Giants jersey. And the 1-1 delivery, and that is a screamer that's hooked foul over towards the right side. Already 83 pitches. There he is. He was earlier today seen on NBC Sports Philadelphia. He was kissing his mom and his dad over from the dugout. He sent them a little kiss their way. I think they got it. Passed it along right through the air. Hopefully nobody caught it. Karl Anthony Towns just fouled out. Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch. And that's going to be poked out over towards left field. Marsh, though, on the run over towards the third base side, and they'll make the grab. And another 1-2-3 inning by Zack Wheeler. We've played 5 innings so far and head to the top of the 6th. The Phillies with 4 hits, the Giants with 2. That's it. That's all the offense. 6 hits combined. And the Phillies, let's see if they can break the ice. Wow. Hey, folks, 180 of you. 180 plus of you are here right now enjoying JJ's call, and please help out the channel by tapping that like button, baby. Look at him go. And also, please make sure that you go subscribe to Orioles Birdwatcher. Please. We are live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, pretty much. And we do a lot of play-by-play on the channel. We also are trying to implement some more podcasts and, some YouTube shorts, but pretty much the gist of what we do is just play-by-play. We do it like a radio style on here, but we also love interacting with each and every one of you. We know it's a work night. We know that for the people on the East Coast, it is 11:01 p.m. Eastern Time. That's pretty unbelievable. How many Phillies games, if any, have you missed so far, JJ? Well, I did 127 of the 162 last year. and I missed maybe 10 because of NBA playoffs and maybe 3 because of the Eagles. So besides that, I'd say that I did a 140 of the 162 last year, plus the playoff games. So this year, I've been doing, what are we in, game 55? I've done about 38, 39 of the games, I'd say. I think I've missed about 16 because my vocal cords are shredded. Yeah, strength and conditioning is a big thing with this. The pitch to JT. Line drive. Hit out over towards center field. And that's going to drop in there for a base hit. Ramos was on the run. Here comes JT trying to extend the single into a double. The throw is cut off. And JT gets aboard. He extends the hitting streak now to 17 games in a row as he gets a double off of former Philly Spencer Howard. He ripped that one out to center field and was just able to tattoo that thing. What a nice play. That's now the franchise record amongst all catchers in Phillies history. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Bryce Harper. That's the first extra base hit today by the Phillies. And the 0-1 is inside for a ball. Howard did have some traffic on the bases in the last inning, but he was able to get out of it. It really is, Orioles. It is. The 1-1, and that swung on and missed. I also did miss some because I was at the game twice. Yep, I did go to see them twice this year. So that is also true, too. My cousin David's tuning in. Shout out to cousin David. Shout out to Sarah as well. I'm sure Sarah's asleep by now. And Brigitte, too. The 1-2 on the way, and it's grounded over to shortstop, and the flip over to third base to get JT is in time. That was a bang-bang play by Wisely. That was sort of like when the ball was hit to Chase Utley in the World Series, and he faked the throw over to first and just threw it over to home plate to get the lead runner out. The same type of play right here. Wisely made a wise decision, no pun intended, but pun intended. Able to just throw a dart over to third base, and JT, why did you go? I don't know. A fielder's choice ground out, and Castellanos up to bat. And the pitch is spoiled foul. I don't know why he went there. I really don't. You can't make the out on that pitch. Your team is not even putting a run on the board, and you're over at second. That's a wasted base running mistake. And the 0-1 is fouled off. Right back over towards the screen. We'll give you an actual NBA score update. It's 103 to 100 with actually 13 seconds to go. Cat just fouled out too. Harper's at first, and the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down Broad Street. And Spencer Howard with now 3 strikeouts today. And there's 2 down. Man, oh man. We talked a lot about how the Phillies have really struggled at Oracle Park. Well, they're 6-24 over the last 30 games since 2014. And the pitch is way up high for a ball. That's according to NBC Sports Philadelphia. We did talk about how yesterday this Phillies squad hasn't won a series at Oracle Park since 2017. The 1-0 is fouled off by Bryson Stott. They're just 5-20 over the last 25 games on the road against the Giants, too. 2 outs and a runner over at first. No score in the top of the 6th, and the 1-1 is on the outside corner. Good changeup thrown by Howard to make the count now 1-2. Stott's average is at 247. He struck out in his first at-bat and then flied out in his second at-bat. And the 1-2 pitch is inside and low to make the count tied up at 2 apiece. The strikeout came in the second inning, and he flew out to left to end the fourth. The 2-2 sliced out of play over towards the left field side. He's not wearing his red batting gloves with the white fingertips. Seems to be a little bit of gray, too, on the palms. 2-2 on the way. In the air. Hit out over towards shallow right center field. Yastrzemski calls off Ramos and makes the catch over towards the alleyway. Well, Yaz actually cut off Ramos yesterday and ended up making a catch. And I thought Ramos was going to sort of cut him off today on one of those plays. And that time there, Yaz beat him to it. So, a leadoff double by JT, and that's it. They can't get anybody home. And we head to the bottom of the sixth. No score out in San Francisco. Spencer Howard is literally shutting down the Phillies offense right now. Kerry Frazier. The Flyers. What about... Oh, we're talking about bad umps and bad refs. Yeah. Forgive peppering with comments. No, you're more than welcome to do that, man. Questions. Just joined your Discord. What thread is for regular chat? Saying hello. The general chat. I haven't really been active on the Discord, and I should probably get that up to date pretty soon. Speaking of getting things up to date, guys, let's hit the thumbs up button. Let's hit that subscribe button as well. All right, I want us to get to 172 likes. Got to keep pushing the algorithm. You know, all you got to do is just hit the thumbs up button. We have 92 likes. 169 of you have not even hit the thumbs up button. That has to change, man. That absolutely has to change. And hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 2,700 subscribers, man. 2,700. Sip of water time. I just realized that was my first time taking a sip of water, and that's probably not healthy. This is good practice, guys, so you can beat the Dodgers with good pitching. Okay, Pedro. Okay. All right. We have trolls. We love the trolls. All right, the pitch, and that's fouled off over towards the right field side by Ramos. So Stott put the helmet down, and I think he hit his toe or something as he tried to end the inning there. And he's in the game, I think. Yeah, he is. Okay, he's there. I don't know why they showed that. The 0-1, and that's fouled into the Phillies dugout. Boy, I think it almost got a hold of Taijuan Walker. Oh, my gosh. Walker was in the Phillies dugout, and it was one of the Phillies members that almost got hit there. Let's see again from this bird's eye view. It was a line drive. It took a bounce. And who was that? Zack? I can't tell who that was. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards deep left field. Marsh is on the run, and he makes the catch just towards the middle part of the warning track. And Matos is out. He's now 0 for 3. At least he didn't strike out there. Almost got away with that pitch, though. Those were 2 pitches that he almost got away with. Here comes Yaz, and the pitch is on the outside corner. Again, Rob Drake called that one a strike, and it was not a strike. Yaz batting .221 with 5 homers and 20 RBI. And the pitch is sliced out of play over towards the left field corner. The Blue Jays and the White Sox are in a rain delay. It's in the bottom of the ninth. The Blue Jays have a 5-run lead. And the Guardians, they lead a 10-7 out in Denver, Colorado. The 0-2 pitch. And that's in there for strike 3 on the top tier of the zone. 8 Ks for Zack Wheeler. He's able to get a nice punch out there. That's the second time in a row that he has struck out Mike Yastrzemski. And base is empty with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The pitch on the way to Thairo Estrada is in there at the knees for a called strike. Estrada wearing the orange Giants socks, the high socks. The ball's 1 strike, and the next pitch is inside and low for a ball to make the count now 1-1. Both teams combined have 7 hits today. And the 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss. The Giants yesterday, as they won 8-4 and beat the Phillies. Yesterday, they were 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. And the Phillies were 1 for 8. The pitch, and that's just off the plate for ball 2. Estrada ended up going 2 for 5 in yesterday's game, and so far in this part of the series, he's 3 for 7 with a run scored and an RBI. 2-2, that's a breaking ball that's taken down and away for a ball. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you for coming on here. I do. Nah, I got you. I'm you know, it's cool. You know what I mean? Dodgers have been really, really good this year. I can't wait to play the Dodgers. 3-2 is going to be grounded foul over towards third. Time is called by JT really quickly. And he's going to have a conversation with Zack Wheeler. It was a very quick one. He literally just jogged on over, and Wheeler met him halfway in between the mound and home plate. And I think JT may have said, just 3 words, and that was it. Didn't even take off the mask, nothing. The payoff pitch. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. The 3-2 on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. It is a foul ball. And Estrada just was out in front of it, but not by too much. Three balls, 2 strikes to the 28-year-old Thairo Estrada. And the 3-2, and that's fouled off once again over towards the third base side. It's been a pretty good battle between Wheeler and Estrada. Orion Kerkering is warming up in the bullpen. Wheeler does have 100 pitches. Lifetime against the Giants, he's 3-3 with a 3.38 ERA. And the 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. He went with a splitter that was at the knees, and Estrada strikes out. 101 pitches for Zack Wheeler, as he only allows 2 hits in 6 innings, and that's most likely going to be it for him. The Phillies, can they give him the lead and give him, or make him in line to get the win? That's the next question. But we head to the top of the 7th. Still no score. Grab some pine, Estrada. Wish that the closeout was a little bit better, but hey, we can't make it perfect. Top of the 7th, baby. Let's go. We got 196 people tuning in on here. Let me put the camera on me, as Stephen A. Smith would say. Hello. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well and having yourselves a fantastic Tuesday night. Okay, this is Philly freakish behavior with a capital P and a capital H. You guys should be in bed. If you're on the East Coast, what are you doing? No, you guys have problems. You guys need doctors. You guys are sick people because you have Philly fever and you guys have become Philly freaks. And I appreciate you all so much for being here because I have the same problem too. But hey, that's what we have in common. And even if we don't like the Phillies, you know what? Guess what? We like baseball and we're human beings. So we do have something in common. You know, it's great. It's good stuff. Why do you love Stephen A. Smith so much? I don't like Stephen A. Smith so much. I respect Stephen A. Smith. I just said that he came over to Rowan University and he got to talk to us. So that's probably why I brought him up in conversation. But Stephen A. would say, put the camera on me for a second. Does he not? But yeah, I like him. I think he's a good guy. But yeah, kept it real with us. I went to school for broadcasting, and he got to speak to us at an event. Very nice guy. Here we are in the top of the 7th inning, and Edmundo Sosa, who has shown off the power lately, swings and misses at the first pitch for a strike. Larry says that he's predicting a Sosa homer to break it open. I feel that. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate that education. I do. I like that name, by the way. I think that's great. The ball's 1 strike. All right, so it's an 0-1 count. And still a scoreless game. In the 0-1, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. How about Sosa just going the opposite way very recently for the Phillies, and that's another 2-hit game for him. He just twisted and turned on a fastball that was right down the middle and just was able to launch it out to right field for a base hit. All right, let's do this really quickly. Charge. All right, the pitch upstairs to Brandon Marsh for a ball. Haven't really had to play a lot of the sound effects today. Marsh is hitless in 2 at-bats. His average is at 263. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Spencer Howard's still out there on the bump, by the way. Howard has 40 pitches. He did not start today. It was Eric Miller who pitched the first. Taylor Rogers would then pitch the next 2 innings. And Howard has been on since the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. Low for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Nothing to nothing in this score so far. I don't know why I had a brain freeze for a second. Then the next pitch is taken for a strike. So it's now a 2-2 count. It was a slider. Howard gets set just above the belt. And the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He went with a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. And Brandon Marsh, who's now 0 for 3 today, strikes out to get the first out of the 7th. And now it's Cody Clemens, his turn to come on up, and he looks at the curveball. Man, that curveball looked really good there by Spencer. That was in there for a strike. Nothing in 1. Howard gets the signs from Bailey. And the next pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. Great movement on the fastball there. Spencer is now 27 years old. Hard to believe. He was a high prospect for the Phillies. Him and Alec Bohm. Bohm, of course, still on the Phillies. Played with the Phillies from 2020 to 2021. And was their 2017 round draft pick. The pitch. That misses wide. Born in San Luis Obispo and raised in Templeton, California. The next pitch is fouled off. He was a multi-sport athlete and actually considered quitting baseball to focus on volleyball. But he was actually persuaded by the baseball coach to do it. 1-2 pitch, grounder, hit over to shortstop. It's bobbled. The throw over the second. That's just in time to get Edmundo Sosa, and Sosa's looking back over towards the Phillies dugout. Regardless, it is a fielder's choice, and the Phillies, I don't think that they're going to review it. Rob Thompson does say play on. It's a nice play, too. It was made over at shortstop by Wisely. He's made some really good plays there. The throw was actually, I thought, maybe a little bit low, even though it was almost bobbled by him. But Estrada really did a good job at just catching it with his glove down. Here comes Rojas, and he hits a slow roller over to second. It'll be a tough play. Estrada throws it over to first, and he's able to get Rojas out. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. So Zack Wheeler is probably not going to get the win if Orion Kerkering comes in. Still scoreless at this point. And it's time to stretch. Okay. Clemens with a fielder's choice, and Rojas with a ground out. All right. We have 196 people tuning in, baby. Let's go. It's great. Absolutely Hammer says on Twitter, this is the worst baseball game ever, and I actually disagree. I think this has been a really good baseball game. I like good pitching matchups. I like low-scoring games. And I think that there's a lot to this. I do. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, like I always do. All right. So if you get the trivia question correct, or if you get the answer correct, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear that. All right. Let's do this one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Where are these are all true false. All right, former Phillies shortstop Larry Bowa was the Phillies manager from 2001 to 2004. I want to know, which team did he manage from 87 to 88? Okay? That's what I want to know. Which team did Larry Bowa manage from 1987 to 2008? Please let me know. All right, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Was it the Cubs? Larry got it wrong. The Padres. That's correct. Good job. The ball is 1 strike, and Orion Kerkering on the bump, and the next pitch is outside for a ball. Terrible team that was, not gonna lie. What's up, my guy? How you doing, bro? Orion Kerkering on the bump has a 1.56 ERA in 16 games this year. The pitch, and that's taken low and outside for ball 2 to Matt Chapman. It's 1 for 2. He singled back in the 4th. Has 8 homers and 27 RBI on the season. And the 2-1 is fouled away. So, yeah, that's correct. Larry Bowa managed the Padres from 87 to 88. Good job, Jackie. Kerkering gets set, kicks, delivers. Strike 3 called at the knees. One gone in the bottom of the 7th. Wheeler, who just got done for the Phillies. His night is done. He went 6 innings. He had 9 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, and only 2 walks. His ERA now is at 2.32. The pitch to Patrick Bailey is outside for a ball. So for 1, he did walk earlier against Zach. The 1-1 delivery, and the 1-0 delivery is outside for ball 2. So over Wheeler's last 2 outings now, he's gone 13 innings. He's had 20 strikeouts. This is against the Giants, by the way, and has only allowed 1 run. It was not an earned run. And the 2-1 pitch. The 2-0 pitch is fouled off. This is what I mean by getting distracted by looking at a lot. There's Tyler Rogers warming up in the Giants bullpen, one of their sidearm pitchers. Taylor pitched earlier, back in the 2nd inning. 2-1 is the count. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Patrick Bailey is up to bat. And the pitch, sliced foul, and that one goes out of play. Two-two pitch, another foul ball. Bailey, in the month of May, has 2 doubles, 11 hits, 1 homer, and 9 RBI, and he has a .379 batting average, which is pretty good. 2-2, that's fouled off once again by Bailey. In the 7th inning or later, he's batting .316 with 2 homers and 11 RBI. He's been one of their best players. The 2-2 on the way. Swung on, lined over to first, caught by Harper. Well, Harper was playing back over towards the back of the infield and was at the right place at the right time and catches the 2nd out of the inning. And Jorge Soler is up next. And he lays off a breaking ball low and away. One ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 swing and a miss. Don't know if I mentioned it before, but Orion Kerkering for the Phillies this year has been overall doing a pretty good job. He has a 1.56 earned run average and a .90 whip with 14 strikeouts. And the pitch is taken to make the count now 2-1. Over Soler's last 20 games against the Phillies, he's batting .197 with 4 long balls, 7 RBI, and 6 runs. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Lifetime, though, against the Phillies, he has a .236 average with 8 homers and 15 RBI in just 35 games. 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul over towards the third base side. So for 2 today. The last time that he got a hit against the Phillies was on August 3rd of 2023. The 2-2 swing and a miss, and Soler strikes out. And before that, he was actually on a 11-game hitting streak against the Phillies when he was on the Marlins. All right, we head to the top of the 8th inning. No score so far between the Phillies and the Giants still. MLB needs to bring back the juice balls, which makes baseball boring. So then why did they need to bring back the juice balls? If you think it's boring, why do they need to bring it back? 180 people tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. I go live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. And I've been doing this for almost a year and a half. It's hard to believe. 18 months. Almost 18 months, man. And I've been having a blast doing this. 2,640 subs. Let's go! Woo! There we go. So people can tune into the game. Well, I think that the pitch clock and the pace of the game has made it a lot better. So, like, how much more do you want to change? You know, I think that there comes a time And I know I just lost track of what I was saying. I'll get back to my other thought in a second. But I think that the pace of play is a lot better than it used to be, and the runs have gone up. And I don't know. I think it's fine the way it is. I really do. But yeah, so I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. Graduated from Rowan in the spring of 2022. And this is what I want to do, man. I came on here in the fall of 2022. It was really during the winter of 2022. And this has made a psycho out of me. Bring back Angel. Make baseball great again with Angel Hernandez. Oh, man. That's funny. Here comes Kyle Schwarber with a 2-run homer in his last game, and the pitch by Rogers is on the outside corner at the knees for strike one. Tyler, his ERA is at 3.24 in 27 games. He does have 16 strikeouts, only 1 walk allowed this year, which is really impressive. The pitch inside and high for a ball. Watching with my wife tonight. Hope we hear that bell. I'd love to hear it too. I'd love to play it. The pitch to Schwarber, and he spoils that behind home plate. Kyle's just 1 for 3 today. He did single in the third. His average up to 238 with 10 homers and 33 RBI. And the pitch. Line drive. Hit out over to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit in front of Yaz. And Schwarber with his second single on the night for the Phils. Charge! Did that wake everybody up? All right, Kyle leads off over at first, and JT is up to bat. He did have a double to extend his hitting streak to 17 games. His last time up, and the pitch is fouled away. His average is at 287. You know, it's funny, before the hitting streak, I think he was batting just a little bit over 250. And the 0-1 is taken for strike 2 on the inside corner. All right. The ball's 2 strikes, and the 0-2 is fouled away. Good job by JT to just stay alive there. Snell pitched in last night's game for the Giants, and he went up against Taijuan Walker, who allowed 6 runs in 6 innings. The 0-2 to JT is low and outside for a ball. Tonight, Zack Wheeler pitched for the Phillies. And, well, Eric Miller pitched the first inning for the Giants. Taylor Rogers pitched the second and third, and Howard pitched from the 4th to the 7th. There's Tyler Rogers, and the 1-2 is grounded foul once again over towards the third base side, and Chapman tried to play it as if it were a fair ball, but it was ruled foul. Giants had 12 hits in yesterday's game on the 8 runs that they scored. Tonight they only have 2 hits. Phillies have tied their total amount of hits from last night, or yesterday afternoon, I should say. Tonight on the single by Schwarber. One ball, 2 strikes to JT. Rogers gets set, kicks, deals, swing and a miss. Ooh, boy. JT shakes his head. Well, it's the second time he struck out today. He struck out. Actually, that's the 3rd time he struck out. I want to make sure I stand corrected. The second time that he struck out looking on a pitch that was right down the middle. It was on a full count. Now it's Bryce Harper's turn to come on up to bat. See if Bryce can be a hero here for the Phils. Harper went 0 for 3 last night, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. And the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. He did walk, though, back in the first with 2 outs. But then Castellanos struck out to end the inning. Rogers gets set just at the belt, and the sidearm pitch is inside. But Harper did go, and they didn't even have to appeal. Yeah, somebody else said that in the comments before. 0-2 to Harper. The 0-2 on the way. Bouncer hit over to third. The flip over the second. There's 1, and that's all that they're going to get as Harper grounds into a fielder's choice. By the way, that's the 3rd time today that the Phillies have had a leadoff base hit. And so far, they haven't been able to show anything. So Harper's now over at first. On the fielder's choice in the pitch to Casti. Grounder hit over to shortstop, and the throw across the diamond is in time. And the inning comes to an end once again. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies offense has gone ice cold out in San Francisco. Still no score out in San Fran. I'll be right back in just a few moments. I'm going to take a very, very quick step off. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Alrighty, guys. We need 8 more subs to get to 2650. I want us to get to 2700. Mods, how we doing with the likes? I want us to get to 200 likes. If we haven't done so already, that's what we got to do. I know I've been a little bit light on the mods today because it's a late game, but I need us to continue to push that algorithm. I really do. We're at 111 likes. That's great. That means 88 of you, though, have not hit the thumbs up button, and I would really appreciate that very, very much. All right, time to head to the the bottom of the 8th inning, excuse me. I've had a very clean stat sheet, or a score sheet today. 7 hits for the Phillies. They have not scored against the Giants so far. Jose Alvarado is going to be pitching for the Phillies, who in 24 games this year is 9 for 10. Save opportunities. It's not a safe situation, no. He does have a 3.63 ERA. Opponents are hitting .210 against him. He's going to have to face, I believe it's going to be, Fitzgerald is going to come on in. That's Tyler Fitzgerald. He's going to be pinch hitting for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch is taken on the inside corner for a strike. Fitzgerald batting in the 7th spot. He pinch hits for Wisely. 269 average. 0-1. The pitch. Inside for a ball. Alvarado gets set just at the belt. And the 1-1 is down low for ball 2. Alvarado is the 3rd pitcher used by the Phillies tonight. Zack Wheeler went 7 innings and had 9 strikeouts. Just a pair of walks, and that was pretty much it. And a pair of hits. The pitch. High and inside for ball 3. Fitzgerald, well, he's 26 years old. He's a shortstop. Went to University of Louisville. And the pitch is in there for a strike. As a pinch hitter this season, he's had 2 at-bats. And in both of those at-bats, he has struck out. Alvarado once again gets set, and the payoff pitch, and that's outside and high for ball 4. So he had a 2-strike count on him and was able to get a leadoff walk. Elliot Ramos is due up to bat, hitting over on the right side. The pitch, and that's fouled off the mask of JT, and the mask came flying off. Oh boy, that's not fun. Fouled right off of JT's mask, and oh boy, just came right off. And so Harda was hit. On deck is Brooks. 0-1 to Ramos. Sean Jelly is getting warmed up in the Giants bullpen. And if the Giants take the lead, I'm pretty sure that Camilo Doval will be getting warmed up too. Throw back over to first is not in time. My cousin Sarah still is up. Wow. Cool. Hi, Sarah, if you are tuning in. Hi, Sarah. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's fouled off to make the count now 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. And the next pitch is inside for a ball. A runner over at first. Nobody out. No score, and we're in the bottom of the 8th. And the pitch is fouled off once again. The last time that the Giants actually shut out the Phillies was when they won 10-0, and that was in June of 2017. The last time that the Phillies shut out the Giants was in May of 2018. Next pitch, and now the count is 2-2. I believe that that's correct. Actually, I'm sorry. The last time that the Giants shut out the Phillies, it was on April 19th of 2021. The Giants won 2-0 in that game. 2-2, and that's inside for ball 3. Brandon Belt hit a home run. It was a 2-run homer that was in the 3rd inning. And they ended up getting the win. That was all the runs that they needed. On the bump was Gosman that day for the Giants. And for the Phillies, it was Chase Anderson. 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called, and going over to second base is Fitzgerald, as he's able to swipe second. But Alvarado gets a big strikeout there to Elliot Ramos. And Trenton Brooks is up next. It's 11:46 p.m. Eastern Time. And here comes Wilmer Flores to pinch hit for Brooks. The pitch is inside for a ball. Melvin making some moves to try to get the Giants the lead. His average is at 214. He's pinch hitting. He has 1 homer and 14 RBI on the year so far. And Alvarado looks back over to second base, tried to disengage with the runner. And, well, nobody was there to cover the bag. So now Doval is warming up in the bullpen. And the 1-0 is low for ball 2. The sinker that Alvarado threw to get the strikeout was absolutely nasty. Another guy that has had a lot of success at the plate against the Phillies, that's Wilmer Flores. Spent a lot of time with the Mets. He's had a lot of success against Philadelphia. He's heading the count 2-0, and the next pitch is on the upper third of the zone for a strike. Lifetime against the Phillies. Just to bat that up, he has a .284 average, 13 doubles, 58 RBI, and 15 homers in 93 games. The pitch, and that's foul, or hit out over towards the right field side and foul ground. Castellanos is there, and he'll make the catch just on the grass, and there's 2 away. Wasn't enough to get Fitzgerald over to third. And we go back to the top of the order. Why is he on the team? Because he has a 1.39 ERA. Like, it's not rocket science. The pitch is low and inside for a ball. Actually, I stand corrected. It's not that low. It still is pretty good. 18 total pitches by Alvarado. 1 ball, no strikes. A runner at second, and the next pitch is inside for ball 2. His ERA is at 3.63. But even still, he's had a pretty good career here. Next pitch, and that's way inside for ball 3. Now tonight, in this at-bat, he's struggling. And I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to jinx him. I fell into that trap. I see what you did. All right, then. Well, Alvarado is not even going to throw the 4th pitch. They just decide to intentionally walk him. And that's going to put runners over at first and second. And let's see if the Phillies can win this gamble here. So 2 walks allowed in this inning. Matos was up to bat. And now it's Yastrzemski. 2 runners on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Yaz is 0 for 2 with a walk back in the first. The ball is 1 strike. He gets set, kicks, delivers the pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop, and Sosa has it, throws over to first, and that's the end of the inning. Alvarado gets out of the jam. And while we go to the top of the 9th, the Phillies are coming up to bat, and nobody has blinked just yet. No score, and the Phillies are coming up in the 9th inning. Wow. You call him a bum, and he got out of the inning. Shocker. Thank the Lord. He's not a bum. A guy that has 23 strikeouts in 20 innings, and he's only allowed 9 runs this year. You call that a bum? Well, hey, you can't come in allowing runs, and did he allow a run there? No. We got 230 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. I had a guy called Grayson a bum mid-game tonight, and he went on to pitch 4 shutout innings and hit a career high in strikeouts. Exactly. I mean, he ain't, but no. You can't take back what you said. You called him a bum. That's exactly what you did. You typed it, you hit the send button, you said it. So we're not going to say, I mean, he ain't, because you did that. So So we can't take that back. All right, top of the ninth. I'm also trying to have fun with you guys because guess what? Y'all are tuning in on here, and that's really special. Darn, he got me. I love you guys. Sean Jelly is going to be pitching for the Giants. All right, and he'll have to face Bryson Stott, and the first pitch is inside and down. Stott is hitless in 3 at-bats. And the 1-0, he pops it up, and it's going foul and well out of play. Yes, sir. All right. Well, 1-1 is the count. Flores does take over at first base for the Giants. Came on in as the next pitch is inside for ball 2 for Trenton Brooks. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jelly on the bump. And the next pitch, and that's fouled over towards the first base dugout. To make the count now 2-2. Stott's average in the 7th inning or later, it's at 327. And he has scored 15 runs during that scenario, too. The pitch, and there was a knuckle curve that's fouled off. By the way, Sean this year, in 19 innings, has 21 strikeouts. The pitch, another foul ball on the knuckle curve. In his career, Jelly has pitched in 73 innings in 36 games. It's now his 3rd year. He's 27 years old. The pitch, wide for ball 3. And that's going to make the count full to Bryson Stott. Sosa on deck. The payoff pitch, and that's fouled off the foot of Bryson Stott. And, oh, man, he's down on both knees. Does get into a squatting position. He lost the bat for a second and now takes a quick step out of the box to try to regather himself. The pitch was inside. He sliced it right off of his heel, his inner heel. Ooh, man. Talk about exit velocity. Oh, when it hits you, that's not fun. The trainer is out there along with Rob Thompson to just see if he can put pressure on his foot, and he is. He's able to walk. He's going back over towards the box, and he says, I'm okay. So Stott will step back into the box now. It's Thompson and the trainer for the Phillies go back to the dugout. 8 pitches in this at-bat. Here comes pitch number 9, the Stott, and he fights this one off out over towards left center field. On the run and making the grab out in left field is Ramos, and there's one away. That was a big out, too. So Stott flies out to left, and Edmundo Sosa is coming up for the Phils. The Giants will have Estrada, Chapman, and Bailey batting in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's 3, 4, and 5. But first, Sosa up to bat with 1 out, and the base is empty in the top of the 9th. The pitch is low and outside for a ball. Edmundo is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike over on the inside corner. We have 3 other games going on right now. That's the Yankees and the Angels. The Angels literally just took the lead 4-3 against the Yankees. The 1-1 to Sosa, and that's popped out over towards right field. Yaz comes running in over towards the first base side, and he is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Mariners lead at 4-2 in the top of the 9th against the Astros, who are down to their final strike. Or down to their final out, I should say. And the Blue Jays are up 7-2 in the bottom of the 9th against Chicago, and they're in a rain delay. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Marsh is 0 for 3 today. And the next pitch is inside and low for a ball. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. The pitch, and that's in the same spot, another knuckle curve, and it misses. Can't remember the last time the Phillies had a game where they were scoreless and they went into extra innings. The pitch, and that's on the inside corner for a strike. Marsh is going to call for time really quickly. The sinker just caught the inside corner in the eyes of Rob Drake. Now, he's been consistent tonight, so we have to give him that. Big pitch here to Brandon Marsh. Here it comes, and it's inside, and did it get a piece of him? It was inside and high. No, it didn't. I didn't think it did. But he said, ouch. I want to see again. Maybe it hit him. It didn't hit him. It hit the umpire, and I thought maybe it bounced and hit him in the back area, but no. 3-2 on the way. Ground ball hit over towards the first base side. Going to be a tough play, and the flip over towards Jelly is in time. Nice play by Wilmer Flores. Just had to judge it and make an underhanded toss. And that's the end of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. The Giants are looking to walk it off. The Phillies are hoping that this thing goes into extra innings. Will it? That remains to be seen. All right. 245 people tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well, baby. Come on. I want 245 likes. I want everybody that's tuning in to make sure that they hit the thumbs up button and join Philly Freak Nation. We go live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. All right. 123 likes. That's it. Come on, man. Hit the thumbs up button. We should be at 200 by now. We should be at 200. Let's go, man. Come on. What's up, Phillies fans? Just got home from music rehearsal. It's like 12 o'clock. What time is it by you? What time is it by you? I got to see how many people are left in the stands when that White Sox game resumes. I feel that. I feel that. I definitely feel that. We got 237 people tuning in. Want us to get to those 200 likes. Cheers to my birthday. What's up, Sam? How you doing? I think this isn't bad. I don't think Katie hears us. JJ is helping me through my insomnia. I can't sleep. Well, join the club. Join the club, man. Bottom of the ninth inning. Happy birthday, Sam, by the way. Happy birthday, my guy. 9 hits combined from both teams. 2 have come from the Giants, 7 from the Phillies, and that has not been enough to even get a run. It's just approached midnight over on the East Coast, and Jeff Hoffman is going to try to extend the game into extras for the Phils. Estrada's at the plate, and the pitch is in there for strike 1. Thairo Estrada did single back in the 4th. He also just missed a homer off of Zack Wheeler as well. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch, and it's a broken background ball. Hit over towards second base. Barehanded by Stott. Throw over to first, and Estrada beats it out. That was a great hustle by Estrada. That's what you call a bang-bang play. And the Giants are able to get some luck going their way. And now it's Matt Chapman's turn to come on up to the plate. Oh, boy. Nah, after the 9th inning, I'm actually calling it a night. I'm going to bed. Yes, of course. Of course. Of course, man. The pitch, and that's fouled away. No, of course, man. Chapman is 1 for 3. Did single back in the fourth. There's a 237 batting average. The ball's 1 strike. Kaufman on the bump for the Phils. And the next pitch, and that's fouled off. Oh, you got a slider right down the middle, and that was Chapman's pitch. But he just sliced it foul. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button, baby. I see it going to 11. So is this anywhere near anybody's score that they had? No balls, 2 strikes. Hoffman kicks, delivers, and the pitch. Line drive hit out over to left field for a base hit. Marsh plays it on about 2 bounces or so. And stopping over at second base is Estrada. And there's back-to-back hits allowed by Jeff Hoffman. Patrick Bailey is coming up to bat. That pitch, it was a fastball that missed its spot right down the middle. And he just laced it out over to left field. Bailey up to bat on the left side. Nobody out. And the pitch is in there. It should have been called a strike, but it's not. Hoffman didn't get the call that time. It's called a ball over on the inside corner. Bailey batting on the left side of the plate. He's a switch-hitting catcher. The 1-0 pitch, and that's hit out over to right field. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. One ball, 1 strike. Estrada at second, and Chapman at first. And the 1-1, and that's sent out over towards shallow left center field. Marsh on the run. He gets called off by Rojas, and he'll make the catch. And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Everybody stays put. Rojas had to sort of cut off Brandon Marsh. Then Marsh sort of lost it in the lights, and Rojas was there to the rescue and was able to make the catch. Still 2 runners on. And Jorge Soler is up next. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. There's Lucille, the mascot for the Giants. In the background, and the pitch. It's popped up. Hit out over towards the infield. And there to make the catch is Bryson Stott just behind the mound. And there's 2 away. All right, 2 outs now in the bottom of the 9th. And that was huge, too. And Fitzgerald is due up. Going to the white batting gloves. And hitting again on the right side. The winning run at second. 2 outs, and the pitch to Fitzgerald is upstairs. Need a glass of rum. Can't leave just yet. Can't do it till after the inning is over. 1-0. Hoffman looks back over at second. Now back to the plate and the next pitch, and that is grounded foul. Over towards that left field side. One ball, 1 strike. Hoffman ready to deliver from the stretch, and the pitch outside to make the count 2-1. Fitzgerald has never faced Jeff Hoffman before. 2-1 is the count, and the pitch, swing and a miss. He went with a fastball on the top part of the strike zone. Fitzgerald was late. And it's a 2-2 count. Lots of 2s on the board, except with the score. There's 0s there. But 2 runners on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and the count is 2-2 to Fitzgerald. The pitch on the way from Hoffman. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went with a fastball right down Broad Street, and we play on and go to extra innings. So here we go. Clemens, Rojas, and Schwarber coming up for the fightins as we head to the top of the 10th with still no score in a staring contest between the Giants and the Phillies. Okay. Gotta get a new scorebook. Let's do it. That was big, man. Jeff Hoffman, bro. He's great. He's great. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, man, and hit that subscribe button, too. After allowing 2 straight singles, Jeff Hoffman is able to get the next 3 batters out, and we go into the 10th inning. Under 35 likes. Come on, man. 90 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. Come on, man. Here we go. You got to not have ghost runners in a 0-0 game. As a baseball fan, I agree with you. As a Phillies fan, I disagree. I want the base runners. If I can get them. Like it up and sub it up. Or else we're going to lose and you got to suck it up. All right, Clemens, Rojas, and Schwarber. I agree with you. Don't like them when we're not at bat. All right, here we go to the top of the 10th inning. Brandon Marsh is going to be the ghost runner for the Phillies. So over at second because he made the final out. And the pitch to Cody is fouled off. Jelly is still on the bump for the Giants. Cody behind in the count, 0-1. Look back over to second base to keep Marsh in check. And the pitch is in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Cody Clemens, who's hitless in 3 at-bats today. And the 0-2, and that's going to get the runner over to third as it's grounded over to first, and the underhanded toss by Flores over to Jelly is in time, but Marsh does advance over to third base, and he's now 90 feet away from scoring. And Bohm is coming up to bat. And a pinch hit for Rojas. Charge! We have a timeout called on the mound here. The first time that the pitching coach for the Giants has gone out there to talk things over with a pitcher. Both teams this year in extra innings are 500. The Phillies are 4-4, and the Giants are 3-3. Bohm up to bat with a runner over at third and 1 out. The pitch to Alec, and that's in there for a strike. Come on, Grand Slam Grandpas. Nothing and 1 to Bohm, and the next pitch, and he fights it off and fouls it away. Alec is 27. And lifetime against Jelly. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Is he clutch? The 0-2 pitch, grounder, hit over to first base, and, well, Flores is just going to backpedal over to first. And he gets the second out there. He did check the runner over at third. That was Marsh. And not a good at-bat by Bohm, but great awareness by Flores to just understand that the runner, of course, over at third base, he sort of backpedaled, and he could have either tagged him out or he could have just tagged the bag. And now Kyle Schwarber is going to get intentionally walked, and that's going to put runners over at the corners. And JT is up to bat. Bohm was not able to come through. And the Phillies definitely need a base hit here. 2 runners on for the fightins. JT's at the plate. And the pitch to realmuto on the outside corner for a called strike. The ball is 1 strike. And the next pitch is in there for strike 2. What's the graveyard shift? I have no idea what that means. The ball's 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. Schwarber's over at first, and over at third, it's Marsh. The pitch on the way. Good block by Bailey. It was down and low. Or down in the way, I should say. And Bailey did a great job at backhanding that. Jelly again resets. And the pitch from him. Grounder hit over to shortstop. And the flip over to second is going to end the inning. A 6-4 fielder's choice ground out. And nothing to it as we head to the bottom of the 10th. Ramos, Flores, and Matos are due up for the Giants. Okay. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. We have 257 people watching and over 100 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. Make sure that you guys do that. I give you this content for free. We cover the Phillies almost every single day. We do Sixers basketball and we do Eagles football. You know, I would just really appreciate that. If you guys want to donate to the channel too, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so by hitting that super chat button as well. You know, it just means a lot because I go on here almost every day and I want to give you guys the best content that's out there. And, you know, I'm really trying. Any sort of contribution that you do make to the channel, it really does help because that means better equipment that also goes towards better casts. And that's what I want to give you guys. So, all right. And we need 6 more subs now to get to 2650. Oh, man, we're so close, but yet so far. All right, we go to the bottom of the 10th. Phillies actually played the Giants in extra innings. I don't remember if this was their last time or not. I would find this hard to believe, but they ended up winning in the 12th, and that was in September of 2014, I believe. Sorry, it was August. No, it was August of 2014. Yeah. All right, so they'll intentionally walk Ramos here, and up to bat is Flores. Strom on the bump for the Phillies. He's been their best pitcher today in the pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. Pache doesn't even have to move. He makes the catch. The throw is drawn over to shortstop. It's knocked down by Sosa. And running over to third is Fitzgerald. Man, he just was trying to test the arm of Christian Pache out in center field. Came in to replace Johan Rojas. We got runners over at first and third with 1 out in the bottom of the 10th. The Giants are looking to walk it off. And Matos is due up to bat. The pitch. And that's lined foul over towards right field. Literally just landed, hit off the wall. And what a catch that was by that Giants fan. Gets a lot of high fives from everybody, too. The ball is one strike. Infield playing in. And the pitch upstairs for a ball. So Strom, by the way, he has a .2 ERA. He's been the Phillies' best pitcher statistically this season. A .83 ERA, excuse me. But still. The 1-1 in there for strike two on the upper third of the zone. He's 32 years old with 32 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch, and that's taken for a ball. The Dodgers beat the Mets in extra innings in one of their doubleheader games today. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners, and the next pitch in the air. Hit out over towards left field. Marsh is going to make the catch, and Fitzgerald's going to come on into the plate. The throw is not in time, and the Giants walk it off. And they shut out the Phillies 1-0. Fitzgerald tagged up from third, and he came on in the score, and Strom is going to get charged with the loss. They are celebrating, the Giants, as they rally around Fitzgerald, pour a lot of water bottles on him, and a walk-off sac fly to end the game by Matos. And the Phillies still haven't won a series out in the Bay since 2017. And they walk back to the dugout, and they got to get ready for another game tomorrow afternoon. It was a great pitching performance by Zack Wheeler. He ended up going 7 innings. He had 7 strikeouts, allowed 2 hits and 2 walks. And, well, the Giants pitching outdueled the Phillies. What a game. I know that people are disappointed that the Phillies didn't put up any runs, but that to me was a really, really great game. Seriously. I thought that was a great game. I'm not always the biggest fan of high-scoring games. I like them, but this was incredible. This really was. The Phillies bullpen, by the way, Strom still has not allowed an earned run. That doesn't count as an earned run. He still hasn't allowed an earned run since opening day. 7 hits and 0 runs is not a good game. Well, guess what? 10 runs and a loss is not a good game then either. So, I like it as a game for baseball. I'm not talking about as a Phillies fan. I'm saying that I really liked it as a game for baseball. I thought it was a great game. It's tough to be on the other side, though. It is. So, well, let's take a look at this one more time. So, the Giants beat the Phillies by a score of 1-0 in extra innings. And Strom gets charged with the loss. And Jelly gets another win on the season. But yeah, the Phillies will be back tomorrow. The Giants are now 29-27, and the Phillies are 38-18. One word to describe that game. Make sure you guys comment down below. I wish there was a way to petition or for players to be sent down or benched. Someone's got to get Rob to stop starting Castellanos. Okay. All right. Y'all are just feeling the emotions. I get it. I understand. This team is not at a good West Coast road trip. They're 20 games over 500. We got to chill just a little bit, guys. We have to chill just a little bit. They still have the best team in the National League. Okay? We can still chill. Sorry about that outcome, JJ, but a pleasure to hang out. I appreciate you for coming on here, man. I really, really do. I really, really do. But yeah. This was a good game, but the way the Phillies have been batting lately, with the exception of that ninth inning, is making it hard to believe that this is going to be a fun month of June. The game of baseball is interesting, guys, because baseball is all about when do you get hot, okay? And I think that right now they're going through a cold stretch, clearly. It's clear as day that they are going through a cold stretch. They're in their heads a lot, but that doesn't mean that the season is over. It doesn't mean that the Phillies won't win the division, that they won't win the World Series. Now they're just cold. And I expect them when they come back to Philadelphia, I expect them to get hot again. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's not the end of the world. It really isn't. I just want to make sure that I emphasize that. But it's tough to be on the losing side. Disappointing. I think that's a good word. I was disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed in the Phillies after tonight. The Giants pitcher, Eric Miller, only went 1 inning. This was going to be a bullpen game. And you wasted a Zack Wheeler sensational performance. Spencer Howard, was he good today? He was. He was actually pretty good, but the Phillies still weren't able to get a hold of him. I thought that the crucial inning was the inning where JT had the leadoff double. That was in the 6th inning. And yet Bryce grounds into a fielder's choice. Castellanos strikes out, and Stott flies out to right. That, to me, was the inning for them to win the game. But you're okay with a leadoff batter batting 198? Joby, was this... See, Joby, you're not... Now this is getting brought up because they're losing. This wasn't getting brought up like when they were winning. And if they're winning, Schwarber wasn't the problem. Now we're just finding ways to blame why they're losing, and we're looking at other things. As a Nose fan, I worry about facing you guys in the World Series. If we can get there, if that helps, your team is rock solid. I respect the Orioles too. And we just wait and see what happens. We take it game by game. We're right now in game 50. What was that? That was game number 58 now. So, we say that. One word to describe that game, Castellanos. I'm just saying, I think that they're entering a slump. They are. But how did they bounce out of it? And I think that they will. But some of y'all just have to relax a little bit. This is the first time this year that this team is on a 3-game losing streak. Did you know that? The first time that they're on a 3-game losing streak. They're going to be fine. I don't have a college degree. I just hit baseballs, Nick Castellanos. Okay. Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting tongue-twisted. This is not good. This means I got to get off. I got to put the headsets on the headset stand, and I got to call it a night. But yes, I love each and every one of you. All right? And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm excited. Lila Tov, everybody. Good night. Good night.